you always have like they usually like try to push to like the stacks that like how my team likes to call it. They call it the stacks of you know the raised areas, however you want to call them. It's crazy that they're actually like both the highest points of the map too. So
Yeah.
All right.
Ooh, wow.
Is that a 10?
Yeah, that is a 10 umbrella.
All right. So pretty interesting comps from both sides. We have Double Splash, Carbon 4-point versus Tetris 10 ends up in Stamper. Yo.
Yeah, no, honestly, these are pretty unique comps to see from both sides.
Yeah.
But we do see that Carbon taken out early, and FreeFlow is going to make that first immense push straight into the base of Phantom Eels. They're holding on to that right stack, and that is a great positioning to have to just make sure that the Phantom Eels are having a very difficult time pushing back in.
Yeah. Seems like the Phantom Eels are just going to have to work their way in and trying to... Oh, the close range Zuka, dude. How is this 10 already in their base? Like, you usually see this from like any other weapon, but the 10 is just like, all right, I'm just going to go in there.
Oh my god, they are really just showing them who is boss at Tenderbrella. You know, I was kind of a little bit worried about that 10 pick, but you know, they really are proving me wrong.
I mean, a lot of people like now these days have been saying like the 10, like this specific 10 with the, I believe it has, I forget the sub weapon, but Zuka is like really good with it, especially when you be able to set up the 10. And they're definitely showing it right now as the JJs are going in, doing whatever they want, honestly, with this 10.
Oh my god, this 10 is absolutely wrecking house right now. They are going in. And you know, while all this action was happening, Phantom Eels does grab the zone for a quick second, giving a huge penalty to FreeFlow, but it does give FreeFlow, you know, they are still have so much turf control, so much control over the map. It's going to be really difficult for Phantom Eels to come back.
You can definitely see it, because like even the Carbon from Cool, definitely struggling, just trying to actually get themselves back in, because the amount of paint control that FreeFlow has on the map right now is just making it so hard. But Phantom Eels, it seems like they're actually with decent push coming along with the Ink Strike and the Inkjets coming in. But FreeFlow completely shutting it down straight away. The 10's going in, the Tetris are going in, everything just going in.
Everyone's
going in right now.
They certainly are, and they do take that Stamper out, and that is going to be great for that ballpoint to, you know, make their way onto that stack, onto the snipe, to be able to position themselves well. But that Tenderbrella is kind of scary and kind of sharking. They're waiting for that ballpoint to make a false step.
All right, guys, I also just realize what the 10th sub is, because JJ just put it down. It was the Ink Mine. All right, so I can confirm that this 10th umbrella has an Ink Mine for this sub weapon.
That is true, and you know, we can use that Ink Mine to kind of just hold on to territory, to be able to turf up and hold on to that positioning.
Yeah, it's looking good. Phantom Eels seems to trying to get some push in. This is with one of the splashes. The Crab Tank is actually basically full right now, and they're in a pretty good position. They got 2 specials on like downloaded right now. They're actually burning them right now. So just to keep them off, keep FreeFlow off, and they're, you know, stalling quite a long time, well, for a good amount of time right now. So
yeah, Phantom Eels is taking a note out of FreeFlow's book right now. They are holding onto that turf. You can see how much turf they have controlled. It is almost like it's just flipped. This whole match has flipped on its head with 40 points left on the map. Oh, they do lose the zone just a little bit, but you know, that was a really nice push. I think if they continue to push like that, it really could make a difference, make a break in this map.
You know, JJ's going in once again. My favorite word of this commentary, with the 10. Can they find another one? Unfortunately not. Being shut down by the ballpoint with the Inkjet. So Phantom Eels also gets another. I mean, they got 2 specials right now. This is huge for Phantom Eels. Honestly, if they can just hold on to these specials just a little bit, try and stall the other team out a little bit, because there's only 1 minute left. And they really need to be able to get some picks with these specials to be actually take FreeFlow down. And it seems like they're doing such a good job of it right now.
Yeah, that was a huge get on that Tenderbrella. Now the Tenderbrella will have to come back from spawn, but that does give Phantom Eels an opportunity to paint up without worrying about where exactly that Tenderbrella is. And that Tenderbrella Hope needs to get a pick with this, and they do get a pick. They get one pick with that Trizuka.
But the carbon is stopping all the pushes going down. They're doing their best. It's a 1v1 situation. Make that 2v2 situation with my favorite player right now, the 10, shutting it down every single time. He's been so consistent with this 10. Inkjet already. I mean, Inkzook already. I mean, they're both the same thing, kind of. But
the ink weapon is ready. Oh my god!
And there it is. Well, this is from the carbon, but hey, that is a round from FreeFlow? FreeFlow actually won that one.
Wow. That was such a good back and forth coming out from both teams. They really put out their best foot forward when it comes to taking that zone. They were so patient. We see that replay, that Tenderella coming into the zone, really getting those splats and getting the picks that their team needed to be able to hold on to that zone. Unfortunately, that Tenderella killed the team. We don't talk about that. We don't talk about that.
That dude just throw Dean on my face. All right, but I gotta say, the JJ with the 10, honestly, most likely star player because they played it so well because like the 10 in this game, I mean, especially also in the last game especially in the last game was used such like a distraction tool, and it a lot of the time you could see Phantom Eels just being drawn to him, and they did such a good job of just shutting down every single player that they saw or came across, and also got so many picks with their Inkzuka. I mean, look at this one right here. Boom. On the Inkzuka. I had to make the sound effect for it,
but JJ does play a very high risk, high reward play style, and it really worked out for them this time around. Let's see if they can pull it back again on Inkblot, Art Academy, Tower Control. How we feeling, dude?
Inkjet.
Inkjet, Autopilot. There's so many inks. Inkzuka,
the words are all kind of fusing into each other. My apologies. We're going back to the academy to learn how to recognize which ink weapon is ink. Don't worry about it. Anyways, Inkblot Art Academy, Tower Control. What's it called? I'd like to say Inkjet. I'm saying it again. Inkblot Art Academy. Tower Control, it can kind of go like both ways. Like I think what's really important is not letting through the first defense point or the first checkpoint, basically. Like once a team actually gets through that point, it can be so hard to actually like take control back if you're the team trying to regain control. Like if the other team has gotten your upper plat or bats, however you want to call it, then you can get easily locked out. But I mean, as long as you have like enough space within your spawn and some space to actually build some quick specials to actually basically clear out that area first, you should be fine. But we might see some stalemates. Depends on how this goes. So we'll see.
Yeah, Inkblot Art Academy's Tower Control, that tower path is not really long at all. And like you said, once they cross that certain point, it could just be, a roll to the end. So we'll see what kind of match comes out of this. Is it going to be a stalemate kind of match? Is it going to be a runaway kind of match? Is it going to be somewhere in between? We'll see right now as we start our round 2.
Is that Brello?
Is that a Brella?
That is a Brella right there.
My guy, loving the Brella. We do love to see the Brella gameplay coming out from JJ, though.
Hey, fair play. Let's see it. I mean, well, as we can see, they have their dualies, Brella, NZAP, and Stamper versus Double Splash again. It's the same comp from last time from the Phantom Eels. So let's see how they can make this work. They have a lot of pain on their disposal. So, but I feel like FreeFlow might have a little bit better defense in some way. I mean, specifically on when they're standing on the tower, and they can kind of let the Stamper kind of just like distract, and the Zap just to basically keep them in the game and be just make them more aggressive with the tacticals too.
Yeah, for sure. And like you said, they are making it up to that platform. And although they're not on the tower right now, they do still have just an immense pressure onto that platform of Phantom Eels. And FreeFlow is not giving them an easy time at all.
Yeah, as you can see, FreeFlow has already gotten to that first checkpoint. But the good thing is that Phantom Eels does have that bats area completely controlled. So basically, the FreeFlow has to find a way to actually break that point. And once they do, the push is going to be crazy.
It certainly will be. We do see that tri-strike coming out from Phantom Eels, hoping to get a little bit of room, a little bit of turfing power. But JJ unable to get out of that corner, jumping out. What smart jump out right there. Very strategic.
Very strategic, very big brain, very degree-worthy jump. They're going back onto the they're going back to the tower. Phantom Eels is using a ballpoint still. Nice shots by them. Unfortunately, it would be ending in a trade, so they don't have that inkjet for their defense here. But FreeFlow are doing a really good job of just defense. They actually have the crab tank coming out right now, stalling out the game. Nice. What's it called?
Splat.
Nice splat. There's a word for it. There's a specific word for it. Like, just basically, it's like a cancellation of the zip caster. But either way, Phantom Eels, they're actually beginning their push. Might have used the Ink Zuka just a little early, but it's okay. It adds a little bit of pressure still. They're getting them some aggressive jumps coming in. Really good evasiveness though.
Yeah, that was a really risky jump, but they were able to kind of navigate that jump really well. JJ, unfortunately, going down here and the inkjet coming out, hopefully to take maybe one, maybe two picks so that they can grab that tower again and make that push happen, because while they do have a lead at 53, it's not super safe for a map as small as Inkblot Academy.
This map is very, very small. You can barely see it on the map if you were to look it on Earth. But it's all good. It's all good. We can see it in the spectator camera right now, so everything is great. Phantom Eels are currently winning right now. They're in a really good position as well. There's actually, to be honest, it's like both sides are kind of both ink on the same side. So like, it's gonna be kind of rough for each team to fight, if that makes sense, because everyone's just going to be running in each other's ink. So I think both teams need to really like establish the control and back both sides, but it's all good. FreeFlow are trying to flow in, and someone had to say it. But Phantom Eels do a really good defense play right there, so.
They do, however, FreeFlow does take the lead just by a single point, but with that wipeout, it does give Phantom Eels a really great opportunity to get those picks on FreeFlow's plat, as they are doing. JJ coming from behind and taking the tower unexpectedly for the Phantom Eels while they're making that push happen. JJ is not letting them have the tower. The tower is going back into their base.
And also, don't forget, they are throwing sprinklers. They threw a sprinkler on the tower, and it painted just a little bit next to that side. It was just really, really good. They also painted a little bit on the map too, which was also decent too. But JJ's been holding this tower for so long with that Brella. Like I said, the Brellas is probably going to be a really good defense tool for specifically the tower, and Phantom Eels are really struggling to actually break through it. So. This is good. And
like you said, as soon as they broke that second checkpoint, they went straight through the third checkpoint, and they're holding on to the zone. The tower. This is the moving zone.
The moving zone.
Until the end point. I think that was just so expertly played by JJ. That Brella, I think, really saved the game.
Literal professors.
They really did. They taught the class today at Inkblot Art Academy. That's what they did.
The academy.
And we saw at the beginning of the game, it was kind of a stalemate. We kind of went both ways.
Yeah.
We weren't really sure which way the tower was going to go, which way it was going to be pushed. But, that's kind of the game of tower control, right? We want to kind of stall for time and keep the lead as much as we can.
I mean, that's kind of how Inkblot kind of goes. It's just like there's a little bit of a stalemate, and once that first checkpoint is pushed through and the other team gets control of the bats, or let's just say like the other team gets fully wiped like within the stalemate, it's so hard to actually gain back that defense, especially when a team knows to push up straight away.
Yeah.
So, and you saw that straight away with FreeFlow. They did that so well, and they were really able to actually just hold things down. So. I think it was that moment, that one moment in the replay that really turned the game around for FreeFlow. Because, they Phantom Eels was in position. They were on the plat of FreeFlow. They were ready to make that push, but that Brella coming behind and not allowing the tower to get anywhere near that plat was such a game breaker for them. The game is actually broken. So, so now.
But you know what we can do with broken games? We can go to Museum Delfonsino and we can frame it and we can put it in the museum.
Let's look at the brokenness. All the pieces put together on display. Museum de Alfonsino, Rainmaker. How does this gun go?
I think this could go kind of a little bit like Inkblot Tower Control. It could go really, really fast, or, you could have that kind of stalemate in the middle.
Right.
There's that path in the middle with the rotating platform where you can easily make that first checkpoint. Or, so I think that usually when I play Museum d'Alfonsino Rainmaker, getting through that first checkpoint is usually not a big deal, but getting it to the end, to that goalpost, is going to be a much more difficult ordeal.
Yeah, it's sort of difficult because it's like once that first checkpoint's pushed, you kind of just have the team spawning on you, so you they just land on you, just like, what's going on? Like,
well, you're taking the Rainmaker, bring it back.
So it's gonna be interesting to see how that goes. It seems like we're Phantom Eels sticking with the same comp. They're actually both the same.
We got an
same
NZAB.
Oh, we got the. Oh, they switched out
We got a Tacticooler in the building.
Cool.
Let's go.
They're trying to spawn in just a little more, so that's cool. The Rainmaker is popped on FreeFlow's side, so they actually get the control straight away, and they get a man down, 2 men down on Phantom Eels. So this is really good for FreeFlow. Like, I mean, if they can just hold this, slowly gain control onto their side, they easily got the first checkpoint.
They do, and we do see you did mention the easy first checkpoint, but Phantom Eels is positioning themselves in a way that's making it difficult to make that push happen.
Yeah, this is actually a really good tactical from Blue there. Unfortunately, it gets shut down by the Stamper that belongs to Blue. So they're actually going in right now. Stamper's going really deep in. The specials are going through. And they might be looking to take it to the top left part, or they might just be stalling it. I would love for them just to hold this for another 2 minutes and then make it top left.
2 minutes, my guy. the match is over then.
We'll just have to see. I mean, we always see the same paths. Do we really want to just go through the street? Don't we want to go
I know
up
exactly what you mean. We want to kind of switch it up, do a big switcheroo. You know what I'm saying?
Usually when they do, people do stuff like that, it's so unexpected because it's just even in Rainmaker, if you're making the other team make them think that you're going in one direction, but instead you're like, haha, I'm going in the left direction. So
yeah, totally. We do see crab tanks coming out from both sides. Squidnick's crab tank ending just a little bit before FreeFlow's, and FreeFlow going 2 down. Squidnick making a run for that first pedestal. They are unable to make the dunk, but with that stop there, FreeFlow is given a little bit of an opportunity to maybe hold that zone, hold that area, but Phantom Eels is not letting them have that one.
Yeah, Phantom Eels has got the control. They've got the Tacticooler. B is going in here.
Woo!
Come on, get it.
Oh, let's
nice.
go, B!
Let's go. That's a nice 2. And, push can be, this is going to be a really deep push. This is possibly up to 20 or 10. Trying to predict the amount of points. I was close.
18.
18. It was between 10 and 20, so it wasn't too far off. But FreeFlow did manage to get control back again. Tacticooler dropping again. And just control trying to be established once and foremost. The specials are flying all over the map. And there's a lot of stuff happening this game. I feel like a weatherman.
There certainly is a lot of things coming in from the south. Right now we have that, the system coming in, and we're really making that push happen. FreeFlow holding on to that Rainmaker, and unfortunately unable to kind of move out of this corner. But somehow they still have that Rainmaker. Squidnick does get that splat and hopefully holds a little bit of that turf control. Ooh,
the carbon swing. The spectator cam switching up. We can see all the players on the map. There's a whole skerfuffle on the bottom left down there. That's the first word that came to my brain right there.
Skerfuffle. Indeed, it's a skerfuffle right here out on the battlefield.
So we got Inkjet on the ready. This is a brilliant Inkjet. If they are able to pop it, they can instantly stop the Rainmaker right here. The Inkjet comes out, but they gotta take out at least 3 people. Unfortunately, Blue going with 2 right there, and the Rainmaker can go pretty dang far with this. FreeFlow might be able to take the lead, but unfortunately, Phantom Eels going for the wipeout.
They do go for that wipeout. Indeed, they like you said, it is so difficult to make that push up into that final goalpost
Yeah.
because you really are just having the enemies constantly land on you, and they do have what we like to call the ink armor.
The ink armor, of course. The special armor that you land when you come off the spawn. Now, honestly, what I would love to see, FreeFlow have got the position to try and get a push. Don't bring it through the street. Let's stall it out a little bit. Let's try and go top left. You know, if we can make them think that we're gonna go to the top left, I mean, it might be a terrible play, but it's all for the you know, the thinking factor. You know, make them think that you're gonna go somewhere that you're not.
That is so valid. We love to make the opponents think. You know, we're not in a museum for no reason. We're there to study. We're there to learn. We're there to bring the Rainmaker home.
You know, this is abstract. You know, we're in a museum. We're looking at things. We're making, you know, thoughts that may not make sense at all. But that's okay, because right now, it's one against the world right now. Unfortunately, FreeFlow weren't able to take that. Phantom Eels, good job on them. Do get the last game in the play all three. But FreeFlow did really well during this whole match. They do go on to win the whole set for this. And that's going to be a 4-1 for them. So, oh, they're all
3-1.
pointing.
2-1.
No, there were three. Well, there were three.
Oh, 4-1 for matches.
Yeah,
I got
matches,
you.
matches,
Wait a
yeah.
second, man.
So,
I need to go back to Inkblot or wait, or like some other academy.
we gotta go back to the academy. You know?
I gotta go back to the academy.
So it's all good. We get some real plays here. It's a lot of battling here. You got Joran picking up the Rainmaker and dying straight away. Unfortunate, but look at Squid Nick's crab tank. They don't get picked there, but that's okay. You know, I mean, they did really, really well of actually trying to get the Rainmaker closer and closer. I think they did a really good job of actually trying to do that. So, you know.
Sometimes the specials aren't about getting the picks, not about getting the splats. It's about making sure that the opponents use their specials, or making sure that you have the turf to be able to move up. And you know, Squid Nick was the one who brought that Rainmaker to 18, so something that they did was right.
Yeah, they did really well. Like, I mean, it's one thing of just like, I mean, it's exactly what you said. It's like, it's one thing of like just using a special and like getting a pick, but like forcing the other teams to just waste their own specials and all that other stuff. That can be so huge because you can just now wait that out, and then it's just like, okay, we got free reign. We can go in, we can use the specials that we have, and then there we go. It's, you know,
it's a mind game. Remember,
a huge
that's
mind game.
the 5-head, big brain game
the
right
mind
here.
is so expansive, you know.
That's why we play Splatoon, because we want to think. We want to outthink the opponents.
Outthink, you know. There was like, it's actually kind of cool. Like, there was actually one thing that I was thinking of, like,